First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS for their teachings. And shalom to the hopeful elect. Now today's video is going to be worshiping the flesh and lust of this world. And the lust of this world. Basically, I'm going to do what I used to do. I'm going to go through some scriptures, some chapters, some verses. And see. And that clip in the video, it just shows, like, for people who say they do anything for money, they will go out the way for their own manhood. Y'all know how Hollywood is weird with the humiliation rituals, the blood sacrifices and all that. You know, working for the left-hand man. Because that's what they do. They do it for their own greed and lust for money. And some of y'all will think, oh, it's no big deal. They're getting the better, securing the bag. But the thing is that they do, it's just crazy. But that's what another video. I'm going to try to stay on topic. So let's go ahead. I want to go to, I'm going to start at Romans. No, I'm going to start at Mark. Mark chapter 4, verse 19. And the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches and the lust of other things entering in choke the word and become unfruitful. So like I said, for y'all get rich and die trying ass niggas, and for you motherfuckers who said, if it ain't about a dollar, it don't make sense ass niggas. This is who was referring to. You know, it ain't just money, it's other things, people about, you know, who lust over too much sex, who lust over too much, like anything of too much of this world can make you like somebody who just obsessed with buying clothes, even hoarders, you know, buying cars. Anything you do too much of can be really bad. That's why it's a balance. But moving on. Romans chapter 8, verse 5 through 8. For they that are after the flesh do manner things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. For to be carnal minded is death, but to be spiritual minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is in enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. So then that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High. So that basically talking about the flesh fighting over the spirit 24/7. You want to eat the uncleanness things. You want to do the things like things that you used to do before you came into the truth. You know? And some of the things that you used to do could be very sinful. You know? Like trying to fuck another man's wife. Or, like I said, eat unclean things. Robbery, you know. Smoking again. Want to sell dope. You know, lusting over money too much. You panicking. You gotta do this, you gotta do that. So, you know, you want to be, because we're not from this world, you know, we wiser than that now. We are born again. So basically saying you want to put up the old man. You want to go back, you know, and to the environment that you used to do. You know, it's no point become born again. So now we got Romans chapter 13, verse 14. But put ye on the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, and make not to provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust therefore. So basically it said, you know, put on the spirit, trust in Yahushua. I'm going to get that in the NLT version actually. And see what it says. You know, how the spirit, instead of clothing yourself with the presence of the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, do not let yourself think about the ways to include your evil desires. See? And we're gonna go to those evil desires. I got my bookmark already. I'm going to go to Galatians 5, chapter 5, 16 through 21. And this I say, then walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh, Salakia. For the flesh lusteth against the Spirit, and the Spirit against the flesh, like I said earlier. The flesh fights the Spirit all the time, 24/7. We gonna make mistakes, That's why we go ahead and we repent, we do it, but you want to try your best not to. These are contrary to one to the other, so that you cannot do the things that you would. But if ye led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law. Which is you're not under the law, you probably commit sin. Now the works of the flesh are manifested, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, covetousness, adultery, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, self-sedations, and heresies, envyings, murderers, drunkenness, revelers, and such like, which I tell you before, as I told you in time past, that which do such things should not inherit the kingdom of the Most High. So I'm going to go through some words. The words that's obvious. You know what adultery is. It's basically when a man and woman that is married, and example, a married woman goes have sex with another man, and a man knows that both of them are married. That is adultery when you're in the truth. You're not supposed to do that. Fornication is about almost the same exact thing. You can actually get put to death for that in the kingdom. But we ain't great Babylon. They call that shit being cheaters and shiesty and you wasn't there for me.
4202.
You didn't give me enough attention. Whatever the typical shit. Fornication. I'm gonna say it for you.
Strong's G 4202.
Pornaya. So sexual intercourse, adultery, fornication, homosexuality, lesbians, intercourse with animals, sexual intercourse with close relatives, sexual intercourse with a divorced man or woman, and acts of worship of the idols, false gods, and sacrifices to them, and eating the sacrifices offered to the idols. So fornication is a lot more things than just, doing it with animals and stuff. It's also with false gods. You've seen it when the people do it now. We got Christianity, we got Islamic, we got all these Jehovah's Witnesses, we got all types of fake religion, and that's fornication. So it's only one and truly Most High. His name is Yahweh, and His Son is Yahweh Shai. That's all. And we only have one God, and that is Yahweh. Only. Everything else is just fake and set up for other people to fall for. It's a stumbling block. But hey, they'll learn one day. I also want to go through some definition I got pulled up on Google also. We seen what Sif means: conflict or discord or connotations among individuals or groups, often depicted as a disruptive force that disturbs peace and harmony. So I know you be seeing a lot of groups on the internet, and Hebrew Israelite groups going back and forth. Now you could have a debate and disagree about something and rebuke somebody, but when you start saying stuff that's not true, that's when it gets kind of like, all right, it occurs shifting. You're lying on a group's name, saying, oh, they rape little girls, or y'all do this, y'all do that, calling out fake shit that bash them, causing peace, destroying peace and harmony. That's what it's doing, technically. So that's what it's really, sifting. You sifting somebody, sending out lies to them, all bullshit. So we got immolations, jealousy, rivalry, or in contagious. So like, I'm starting to realize I'm crazy. I'm half retired. Continuous desire to suppress others.
Contention.
Actually, let me do that because I word is fucking me up, and it's so simple. Contention. Oh man, my brain is fried. It's about down to 2 a.m. Contention is desire to suppress others. So, like I say, like we come to the Jew, we should all speak the same gospel, but we not. Some of them got fake doctrine. Everybody want to be the top. I want one another. So actually, I'm gonna go to this one. I tell my false teachings, heresies, false teachings that deny or destroy fundamental doctrines. It's just not Christian, it's doctrines in general. Often linked to divisions, skimmings within the church. Or you could say in a congregation or the camp. So we see false teachings every single time when people be going off, And every time when they do something, it get corrected, it take offense of it. So we see a lot of that going on. What else? I want to get back on the topic of like a lot of dudes do anything for money. This is a great example. Some of y'all favorite actors, y'all see. This is just humiliation right here. Y'all might think it's funny, but they do anything for that fucking dollar. Anything for that dollar. And that anything for that dollar could lead to something way worse. To death, to robbing, to stealing. You see people right now, like somebody will rob you and don't even know how much you got in your pocket. Like literally. They will risk their life in prison and take your life for a fucking pocket change you probably got. Like, I thought it was so stupid. I used to work at a damn convenience store. We kept $50 inside the drawer at nighttime. Every time somebody did an armed robbery on us, they get 5 to 8 years in prison over $50. It's crazy. I mean, you got women, lost over the money, selling their body and shit. You got men selling drugs, trying to get rich. It's the get rich, die trying mindset. I know it's lots of other things I said, but money is like the main thing. Money. Money is the root of all evil. Actually, I'm going to go to that verse. Oh, evil. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some covet it after they have earned from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Yeah, 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. I won't get that in the T actually. I want to see what it says. Now we got people who don't care. What's their favorite quote? Is to say, "It ain't a dollar. It don't make sense," and it's crazy. For the love of money is root of all kinds of evil, and some people craving money, having word from the truth of faith, pierce themselves with many sorrows. So yeah, like Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua will give you enough to survive. You ain't gotta be greedy. You ain't gotta fill your bellies. I don't really feel. And I just can't talk from my head. I can't even think about it right now. I know I'm kind of like 15, 20 minutes deep. Dad just probably went past it. it'll come back to me, but yeah, I think I'm gonna close out right there. I'll probably put that quote in the description when I come back to it. I can't even think right now, but hopefully the lesson was edifying. First and foremost, I want to give all glory. Hopefully this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Shalom.